Welcome back, everybody, to another weekly supply chain events update. This is August 25th. We're going to talk a little bit about what events are going on this week, this month, this quarter. We've got Maggie Barnett joining this morning. Maggie, where are you calling in from?
I am in the Lower East Side in Manhattan, New York City.
So Maggie's going to join in today to talk specifically about Ship Heroes upcoming summit going on in Vegas on September 16th and 17th. A quick shout out to the sponsors of the calendar, which is CSCMP, which has lots of events going on all the time. And then our friends at Intralogistics USA, who is hosting their second ever conference in Miami here coming up in September as well. Maybe we'll start, Maggie, with can you just do an intro for the few people out there who may not be aware of you or LVK or Ship Hero, just kind of catch us up on all things Maggie.
Of course, of course. I'm Maggie Barnett. I'm the CEO of LVK. LVK is a full service 3PL, 7 warehouses across North America. We specialize in high SKU, high volume. So think apparel, shoes, the tough stuff. Our parent company is Ship Hero. I've been with Ship Hero as well for 7 years. Best in class WMS. I think everyone knows Aaron. He is the man about 3PL WMS. He's our founder. And yeah, our event coming up in a couple of weeks is going to be very exciting at the LVK warehouse in Las Vegas.
Yeah, let's dig into that. I'll as you're kind of chatting about it, I'll pull up some visuals here to show.
Cool. So what we're going to do is I think when people think AI, we need to kind of separate AI because there's the idea of agents, right? Creating these agents that can help you in warehousing where you can say like, hey, what should I be, or, what order of operation? And they're getting smarter and they're moving things around. Totally cool. Then there's also the second part of AI, which is really AI tools and how quickly you can start to spin up separate apps. At Ship Hero, we've been really good about thinking what is core Ship Hero in our WMS and really increasing our API capabilities so that folks can start building with AI tools amazing extra applications that they need for their specific needs.
Okay.
Because I can tell you one thing about 3PL owners, like we all think we know what we're doing better than anyone else. So being able to have, and we're stubborn, like that's just part of it. It's just part of it. So to be able to have access to this robust API in the core Ship Hero platform and learn how to build off of it, that's what we're going to be doing. We're going to be talking about agents and things like that, but you're going to be around another 100 3PL professionals, owners, operators, all of us geeks that are going to be geeking out, vibe coding on stage, and really going after the problems so that we can solve quickly. Because I like to say this, Nathan, I'm a recovering lawyer.
Okay.
And I feel like lawyers used to be the most hated in the room because we'd like stop things. But I feel like engineers now are like the constant blockers.
Okay.
So being able to have AI tools and leverage them is like so empowering for business owners.
I like it. Y'all had was it your first sort of event of this nature earlier in the year at like some castle sort of situation?
The Insider 3PL event was outstanding. I mean, we sold out
Mm-hmm.
like within the day because
Okay.
getting to be most 3PL owners, like they just don't always get to talk to each other and like talk shop, learn what's going on, be able to share stories. So to be able to go deep with everyone in the castle was fantastic. And
Mhm.
that was really business layer learning and sharing. And it was
Okay.
great because we could use all the LVK statistics. This is really going to be for the operators
Okay.
who want to build. So this is for the builders going out to Las Vegas, and that's why we want to be in the warehouse.
Nice, nice. And is this your facility that we're going to spend like day two? I guess we'll have kickoff on day one a little bit, and then day two will be like in your space here.
Exactly. Day one, sign up for golf, sign up for the activities, get to know other people, really great networking. Day two, we're going to roll up our sleeves, get down and dirty, building things, seeing all of our new AI picking,
Hmm.
seeing pick to light, direct pack, all of the great tools that we've developed within LVK. Ship Hero is developing all of it, but we could leverage in LVK. So that's where we're going to be doing the vibe coding, 200,000 square feet. It's an amazing facility. And again, a lot of learning is going to get done and a lot of building.
It's a little bit like an open invite, but you're going to want to be selective about the folks that can attend, I suppose.
Yeah, we want value for value. So we want to make sure people who attend just don't want to go play 9 holes of golf with me, which it's
I
fun.
think that
I'm
could
not
be cool.
I'm not going to lie, it's going to be fun. But also people who really want to understand how to build off of Ship Heroes API, how
Mhm.
to make sure that they can leverage us the best they can. So people who want to get in the weeds. This isn't like high level. This is like get things done, build things, show how we're building, show partners we're working with who are building so that they can then customize their tools. So this is really, again, like, think of a workshop. Think
Okay.
of
Yeah.
bring your problems to us and we'll try to solve them.
Nice, nice. And I think in any sort of setting where you're bringing folks of a like-mindedness together, there's going to be some just sort of like serendipitous magic that's going to happen, and just set up the scene, right, and then allow the conversations and the networking to flow.
Nathan,
Uh,
you nailed it. You nailed it because it's like bring all the people, get
mhm.
a good vibe in the warehouse, and great things are going to happen. So
Yeah.
we don't, and it's not going to be so tightly structured where there isn't that in between time for learning and going deep with different folks and in different projects. So we've left a little flexibility with that as well.
Maybe we can transition a little bit and we'll just talk about like what's coming up this week real quick. So everything that we're talking about here, Maggie, is actually listed on the Supply Chain events calendar. So this first thing that's coming up on Tuesday, I thought was pretty cool. And I'm seeing this happen more and more where clubs or associations within a city are all getting together and like having a come together. Everyone bring their crowds and their people. So this is going on Tuesday in Seattle, where you've got the CSCMP, the Transportation Club, the Propeller Club, everyone like in Seattle is all getting together on Tuesday. So heads up for you all that are out there. ISM is hosting a trade awareness and compliance dinner here in Fort Worth on Tuesday. And then on Tuesday, also at the Supply Chain Social Club, we've got The Source going on, which is a virtual networking event for procurement and sourcing folks. On Wednesday, there is the Transportation Club here in Dallas is hosting a nearshoring panel. On Wednesday, there is a build or buy debate going on in Bentonville that the roundtable there is hosting. Seems kind of fun. And I think you've got something going on here locally on Wednesday as well.
Yeah, we'll be coming down to Dallas for the Dallas Fort Worth Postal Customer Council. I'll be doing the keynote there talking about AI, but this is awesome for anyone who's local in DFW to really learn about what's happening with USPS and all the different products. We have a new PMG, so lots of good learning there on Wednesday as well if you want to come through, and I'll buy you a cup of coffee.
All right. All right. So that looks like it's going on at the Hilton Garden Inn in Grand Prairie, 8 to 4 on Wednesday. And so, yeah, you're coming into town for that. So, do y'all work with them? Like, how do y'all interact with that association?
I think, well, one of the things we built out with Ship Heroes, we have our direct integration with USPS right now. So I
Okay.
think we want to be able to let people know about the new products, how they can leverage USPS in the best way possible, not just with letter flats, but all the small parcel they're doing and how they're looking forward in the future. So I think anyone who leverages USPS, you got to stay really tight with what's going on there and how they're going to view their customers moving forward.
Gotcha. Also coming up is the NDTA, the National Defense Transportation Association, is hosting a big regional meeting at the Capitol in Austin on Thursday. And then Thursday out in Tampa Bay, there's one of those cool volunteering opportunities at Feeding Tampa Bay where you can go pack and pick stuff in a warehouse. And for those folks that don't get an opportunity to go out into warehouses and actually touch things, is like a fun way to go kind of be a picker for a day. And then on Thursday also is an end of summer pool party at the Supply Chain Social Club, and everyone's invited to come out and just hang out. Um, is there any other sort of events or whatnot that you've got coming up on the horizon there at Ship Hero or LVK?
Yeah, another one that we're looking at is Parcel Forum.
Mm-hmm.
That's coming up again, really on the transportation side. That's in Chicago, it's September 8th through 10th.
Mm-hmm.
So lots of good speakers there as well. Again, more transportation focused. Just a lot of good learning for, again, what is happening with those regionals, nationals, and getting your strategy set as a shipper.
Yeah, yeah. So yeah, we've got it here on the calendar. Parcel Forum right there in Chicago. So next week, 8 days from now, is the Panama Supply Chain Forum. That'll be going on. Going to be hanging out there with Sophia from Supply Chain Now in Espanol. Then we've got coming up in Columbus, we've got the Change North America Conference. That's going on, kind of overlapping with Parcel Forum dates there. Of course, as we've been talking, we've got Ship Heroes AI and Logistics Summit going on in Vegas, September 16, 17. We got CSCMP Edge going on outside of Washington, D.C. The SoCal Tech Summit, I'm actually emceeing that event. It's the ninth annual event of that sort. So it's bringing together technology folks in the supply chain there in the University of Long Beach. Work is having their 24th annual conference here in North Texas. I'll be there hanging out with those folks. And then for me, for the first time, going to be hanging out at Deliver in Vegas. And Maggie, I think I saw that you were a speaker at a previous Deliver in the past.
Deliver is great. We'll be there as well. So we'll be
Okay.
there at Deliver. I think that's always a really good event. Sometimes too, what we'll do is we'll get a group of folks to come out and see the warehouse. So if you're at Deliver, we
Uh,
always kind of have like an open door policy to get over and get in the warehouse. But it'll be fun. We can meet in person, Nathan.
Yeah, well, I will see you actually in a couple weeks there at your place anyway, in Vegas. So like kind of just before we like wrap up, any last words to leave everyone with as we kind of close up this week's edition of the Events Live update?
Just thank you for having me. It's been excellent. I think also making that push post COVID to like do all these, in real life events, I've just found really important, especially kind of the smaller, more local ones.
Hmm.
We've had a lot of fun doing supply chain dinners, with just like 8 to 10 people. So really getting out there and making the time for it. I feel like I've really tried to rededicate myself, and I just say I found it a lot of joy in it and a lot of fun. So I push people to try to get out there and book the book the trip,
Yep.
make it happen.
Well, I'll be seeing you soon. Maybe I come by and say hi to you here on Wednesday at the local show.
We'll go get some chili for lunch.
All right. Talk to you
Very
later.
cool, Nathan. Bye. Take care. Thank you.